Alright, we can check off Artemis and Eudora. So that just leaves 20 more of the Enlightened for the week that needs to complete their memory exercises. I'll just have to remember to get this list to Professor Codex, and a deliberate pace, offsetting the sounds of the pitter-patter of rain outside. The feet slightly dragging, presumably with tennis shoes. Glancing at the time of my watch for information, it's definitely time for the commune of pixels to commence. I have a pretty good idea who's heading down that flight of stairs.
Sinister because of how the night air seemed to instantly grow frigid at the sight of it. Sinister because of how, despite a certain uneasiness at how this strange shard...
Our mysterious night owl descends the stairs with that deliberate gait, the tail of her black robe trailing behind her. She stops as she reaches the last flight of steps, not even noticing me staring at her from across the hall. She's got some kind of booklet clasp in those tiny hands, or what's left of one, that is. The faded embroidery of the book sleeve hinted at the remnants of a once magnificent journal of prose, but there is little left of that former glory. As I speak here, she's got to slide a torn or slipping page back into its place. Well, good evening there, Lady Cherokee. Ah, that got her attention. Even with that hood casting a shadow over it, I can see the reddening of her cheeks clear as day. Closing the booklet with an admittedly surprising show of delicacy for her, she heads towards me, or rather the exit beyond my desk, all the while fixing her gaze on me with narrowing eyes.
It's not my title, Apollo, and you know it. What are you still doing here?
Approaching my desk as she removes her hood, I can see the tightening of her face through her scowl clearly.
Well, are you gonna keep staring like a creep, or are you gonna answer my question?
Oh, apologies. I was simply surprised to see you at this time, is all. Have you gotten lost again? You recall where the commune is being held, right? She turns her head so sharply to the side to avoid eye contact now. I think it would have snapped her neck.
It's none of your business. I need to step out for some fresh air.
Fresh air? You seem to have a habit of needing that. I suppose it does get pretty hot on the lower levels. You could try loosening your robe, maybe. Air it out a bit.
Why do I have to put up with this?
Strange. She doesn't seem to be as high-spirited in her retorts as she usually is. She sighs, absent-mindedly running a hand through her red hair before turning to face me once more. Her features a lot more softened. Prominent bags under her eyes stood out to me now, adding an uncharacteristic age to her admittedly paler than usual face.
Apollo, I'm leaving. I'll be back before anyone notices, I promise.
People always notice, Cherokee. Do you believe the court wouldn't realize their mother-in-waiting was missing?
I don't care. If anyone says anything, I've gone for a walk, Apollo. And, before you ask, yes, I've done my tribute for the week. Another memory chip completely filled, so cross me off that list for Professor Codex, would you?
As you wish, my lady. Take care of yourself. Her nose wrinkles at that expression, and she heads towards the door without another word, donning her hood once more. She contemplates for a minute, being greeted by a chilling gust of air by a light summer shower, before disappearing into the night.
The Wolf Clan. The Wolf Clan is a warrior culture organized into a pack structure that emphasizes the importance of pride, loyalty, and honor. They are led by a single chieftain, typically a strong fighter of great renown. Unlike some of the more affluent clans, Wolf society is less concerned with the concepts of trade or acquisition of material wealth, and tend to live off the land whenever possible, actively shunning concepts such as politics and magic. They sometimes entertain themselves with duels, tournaments, and other assorted challenges of their fighting prowess. The capital of the Wolf Clan is located in the snowy peaks of the Northern Needles, an area of towering, craggy cliffs with hill slopes overlooking vast pine forests. The buildings are large stone structures, sometimes built into the side of mountains themselves, connected by rocky bridges spanning wide chasms. The Rabbit Clan. Rabbit society is among the most prosperous of all the great clans due to a combination of its citizens' natural mental aptitude and treasure-seeking spirit. After generations of living purely underground, its members once again emerged into the surface with a horde of priceless artifacts and precious gems, which allowed them to establish a culture marked by great wealth and fine craftsmanship. An air of refinement and learning seemed to permeate every facet of their way of life. Many rabbits still frequent the old tunnels seeking materials for their artisans to craft into exquisite items. The rabbit capital is located in the windswept Great Southern Plains, the area they claimed shortly after their kind returned from below. It is a far-reaching city consisting of great marble towers above and a great network of unseen elaborate tunnels beneath. The Bear Clan. Of all the great clans of Armila, the Bear Clan is the most attuned to self, variating the very essence of the wild, the natural font from which the world's magic flows. To this end, some bears take up the roles as shaman or sorcerers who directly tap into these mystic conduits, but never at the expense of land itself. Druids have a high position within these societies, acting as keepers of balance and maintainers of ancient prophecies that may aid them in modern times. Their lives have only been made more difficult with the appearance of dark force known as Rot. Bear Clan members have often been employed as soothsayers and spiritual advisors to the royal court of Armila since its inception. The bear capital sits within a vast, dense forest with rolling streams below and thick tree canopies above. The ruined stone markers dot the landscape along the ceremonial stone circles from a bygone era, which are still used by Druids for ceremonies on moonlit nights. At the center of this capital sits the Wild Tree, the single most sacred landmark in bear culture and a living symbol of the power of nature and magic as one. The Rat Clan. Rat Clan society is mostly built around the pursuit of fortune and precious information. The largest of all Armala's clans, they have made it their business to have eyes and ears in every corner of the kingdom, typically working in mercantile trades or straight-up espionage. Advancement through its ranks is sometimes awarded to those who are cut through enough, sometimes literally, to pursue the dream of high living. A secret Rat Clan code language exists that allows its members to discreetly pass information or quickly prove their allegiance. At least one high-profile member, known as the Den Mother, exists in a seat of authority.
Gotta represent, chase a chick, never chase a bitch, chase no bitch. Mask on, fucking mask on, mask on, fucking mask on, Percocet, Miley Percocet, chase a chick, never chase a bitch, chase no bitch. 2 cups, toast out with the gang, from food stamps to a whole nother domain. Out the bottom, I'm a living proof, so ain't compromising. $500,000 on the coupe, drug houses, looking like Peru.